Good morning, everyone. We are going to be doing a walk on Ocean Parkway. I know you might all be a little confused. You're like, well, what am I doing in Coney Island? I figure what we'll do is we'll do the first part of the walk on Surf Avenue, since Surf Avenue eventually melds into Ocean Parkway. So I figured I would just do the walk starting here. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing okay. It's been a little bit since I did a commentary. We are on Surf Avenue for a little bit. Walk through and look at some of the businesses that are on this side. I know everybody usually spends time on that side, but we'll walk a bit on this side. And then eventually we will be on Ocean Parkway. Today is the 27th of February. It is about, I want to say I started the walk at 10:30 in the morning. A shot there of the Wonder Wheel. And the weather is actually really nice. Got IHOP right here. We're walking by it right now. That's what they call the main gate of Luna Park right there. And they got the cyclone coming up. I was saying it is a very nice day today. Low 50s. Definitely feels like spring. We are expecting to get rain tonight and tomorrow. So this will be the last nice day for a couple of days before the storm moves out of here. And some looks at the cyclone. You got that roller coaster over here, and you got this roller coaster over here, which it's not a roller coaster, it's a train, but you get the point. Now the train that's running along the left of me is the Q and the F line. You can hear trains running right now. Let's see if I could get in a clearing to show you. The F runs on the lower level and the Q runs on the upper level. And then they split at this point. This is the West 8th Street train station. Back in the day, there used to be a ramp that would lead you. If you look up there, that it looks like sort of like a balcony. That ramp used to take you all the way to the boardwalk, and they knocked it down a few years back. It used to be a rampway. It used to go all the way down into the boardwalk, and they took it out. Looks like I got a red light, but I'm gonna go because this guy's not going anywhere. This is probably one of the train noisiest areas in Brooklyn, because you have two levels of elevated rail and constant trains coming in and out of Coney Island, so you'll always hear trains down here. When you're on the beach in the summertime, you'll hear the trains in the distance. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna center my camera. There we go. So yeah, I was saying the weather's nice. You're gonna see people that are wearing, heavy jackets and hoodies, and they're gonna look all decked out for the middle of winter, but that's, I guess, just personal preference, because you don't need a heavy jacket today. Just a couple of weeks ago, we were down here and it was all snow covered. You hear the trains coming over the grade there. That's the F train coming in. We're not on Ocean Parkway yet. When we get there, I'll let you know. I wanted to have a little bonus walk-in on the way to Ocean Parkway. If you remember, when it was snowing a couple weeks ago, we walked through this park. But we are going to stay on the streets today. So we are going to take Seabreeze Avenue, and then we're gonna get onto Ocean Parkway, and then when we get on Ocean Parkway, I don't know how far we're gonna walk, but we'll do some good walking. All right, we'll get on Seabreeze Avenue now. We just came off of West 5th Street. So yeah, we are coming out of February. We got a couple more days left of the month. It's a leap year, so there is a February 29th. So for those of you that wait every 4 years for your birthday, happy birthday. I actually have a couple friends that were born on February 29th, and one of them celebrates their birthday on February 28th. And the other one celebrates their birthday on March 1st. I think it would make more sense in February because, you know, it's the month, but it really doesn't matter. My birthday's coming up on the 18th of March. And I believe that day is also the spring equinox. So now, I've been saying for a while, we're going to do a walk on Ocean Parkway. You know, Ocean Parkway is, you know, it's a really big roadway. And it's very dangerous. If you remember, we walked Coney Island Avenue, and I had said that Coney Island Avenue is one of the most dangerous roadways in Brooklyn. Well, Ocean Parkway is the second most. So now Ocean Parkway it's got a walk lane and it's got a bike lane. Now down here it's a little different. It's configured a little differently until we get down to, you know, the Coney Island Hospital area. But it eventually opens up really wide. Well, it's wide the whole way, but it opens up wide enough to the point where you have a bike lane and a walk lane. Now, if you're walking, you could walk on either side. But apparently, if you're on a bike, you need to stay on the far side, which is the side across from us right here. We're turning onto Ocean Parkway now. And that's the side we're going to stay on, by the way. We're going to stay on this side. It's, as you can see how big Ocean Parkway is. I'm not going to be crossing back and forth to get views. So we'll just stay on one side. And we are now on Ocean Parkway. Now, Ocean Parkway goes for about 5-6 miles. It ends down on over at Windsor Terrace. It ends right at the right over by Prospect Park. So we got a train coming into the station. So I was saying the bike lane is on that far side right there, but people still walk on it. And we'll step into the lane eventually. As you can see, there's a person walking in the lane right there. So you can walk in here. There's no rule that says you can't walk. There's another person a couple of people walking. But on the other side, when there's a walk side, eventually, if you look over there, there's like a walk-in side that gets interrupted over by the hospital. It's just the configuration of the roadway, but then continues on down. That side is the official walk side. So sometimes they'll actually stop people on bikes over there. If you're on a bike, you're not supposed to be on the far side. You're supposed to be on this side. You got some really tall housing buildings. This building right here, these two buildings that we're looking at, the one and the one coming down here, I mean, these would be considered skyscrapers in small cities across the United States. So, but these are just normal residential buildings. I say normal, but you know, normal for down here. You can see how tall these are. It's like similar to a small 30-story office tower in New York City. They're pretty big. Over here you have a Liberty Bell that's been here for a long time. And this is a very old home over here and church. And I will give you guys a look at what I'm talking about. There you go. I call it a Liberty Bell. It's a church bell.
I mean, going there. Does it matter which train it?
Now, the other side is not much different. The other side is, so this side for now is just very tall. On my side, on my left, is some very tall high-rise condo apartments. And on the other side, you have smaller buildings. They are big though, but they're not as big as the ones on my left. A lot of scaffolding down here. I feel like we've been walking on the scaffolding for the last 10-15 minutes. We are going to switch over to the lanes. Now, I'm going to show you something about, if you've never been to Ocean, if you've never been in Brooklyn and don't know anything about Ocean Parkway, it's kind of strange to a person that's never seen it. You have the side street, which is right here. On either side, there's a side street that goes one direction. But then in the middle here, you have a two-way, two-lane roadway. Okay, so there's a total of 6 lanes. And you can see this is a walk area right here on the other side of the fence. But yeah, there are 6 roadways. It's a very wide, it's a very wide parkway. This is what I was telling you. There's going to be areas where the walk lane just disappears on this side and then becomes a bike lane only. But people will still walk in these lanes. This is West Avenue. And this right here is Lincoln High School. This is one of the bigger high schools in Brooklyn. And you'll see what I mean. It's a pretty big high school. It looks more like a college campus. You guys just see how big this school is. We're just on the Ocean Parkway side of it, so. And then they have an athletic field. So this is one of the more busier intersections along Ocean Parkway. It's the Shore Parkway. A lot of cars come off of the Belt Parkway over here. So you have 3 parkways. We're on Ocean Parkway. You've got Shore Parkway. Those are the cars you see coming, through the light here. And then up there is the overpass. That's the Belt Parkway. So you got a lot of parkways that meet. And we got the light. If you heard that car, there is a lot of drag racing that goes on down here. Illegal drag racing, so. And there have been people killed down here a number of times. There goes Coney Island Hospital. As what I was saying earlier, across there on that side where the hospital is, there is no dedicated walk or bike lane. At the moment, you can see all that construction going on. This could be a little dangerous to cross, so you don't want to cross in front of these cars while they're coming in off of the parkway here. So you gotta wait. And again, if you look to my left, there's nothing but apartment buildings. Now, a lot of these buildings, you know, not all of them are apartments. Some of them are co-ops, some of them are condos. But you get the idea. And then on the other side of Ocean Parkway, you'll see at times, you get some of these smaller condo type buildings, like the ones over there across on Avenue Z. You see, those are the small condo units I was talking about. You can see right here, you got some smaller private family homes. As we start to get further down, you'll notice a lot of those bigger apartment buildings now disappear for the most part. You know, you'll still have some buildings like you see on this next corner, on the next block actually, but everything kind of thins out as far as size. This right here, this street right here is actually called Manhattan Court. So you'll see some of these court streets that pop out. Now on the other side of Ocean Parkway, that walk lane is now pretty much, there's a dedicated walk lane over there. And you can see somebody riding their bike though. But this is where that walk lane opens up. And then over here you still have your walk and your bike lane. Avenue Y. I have no idea how far we're gonna do this walk. We'll figure it out. Pick a spot to end. I think it will probably run this for about an hour. I think we're walking now 30 minutes, so. Now we'll come down here again. It is Ocean Parkway, so if you notice, there's a lot of trees up and down Ocean Parkway. Very nice in the spring and the summer. Ocean Parkway is a great, you know, like if you live, especially if you live like in the Prospect Park area, the Windsor Terrace, a lot of the people that live in those neighborhoods, they'll take Ocean Parkway straight down to the beach on a bike. It's a good run. If anybody that's watching is into running, I'm into running myself. It's actually a short run. Now, you know, some people have said, well, 5-6 miles is not short, but when you're a runner and you're used to doing runs every day, that's actually a typical short run, a 5-mile run. So, you have many people that'll run one way and back, and they'll come out with about a 10-mile run. We'll be back here. We'll come back down through here. What I want to do is in the summer at some point, in the spring, late spring or summer, we'll do like a full walk. But we'll start at the loop over there. There's a loop over at Windsor Terrace over by Prospect Park where the major roads that terminate over there are Ocean Parkway, Coney Island Avenue, Fort Hamilton Parkway. You got the Prospect Expressway that turns into, well, this is it right here. This is what the Prospect Expressway turns into. You have McDonald's Avenue down there. Well, one day what we'll do is we'll start there, and we'll walk all the way down to the beach. Avenue X. Now, what's interesting about this intersection is that there are no cross lights. There's no walk-in or don't walk lights on these sides, only on the Ocean Parkway side. So you gotta watch yourself over here. A lot of times you'll have certain drivers that believe that if there's no walk and don't walk light, then that just gives them the right of way. So you gotta you gotta watch yourself in the crosswalk. Some nice homes right here. This is Angela Drive. We gotta come down. I'll be doing some walks in these areas too. This is like, if you remember, we did the Brighton Beach walk where we went through all those court streets. This area has a lot of those. Just a ton of these streets just have all these little court roads and drive roads. You know, they have either ends with the court or drive. I know we're leaving out a lot of different homes on that side, but as you can see how far away it looks, it's, you know what's crazy? If you look at that distance, it's like walking half a block to get across the street. No joke. I mean, that's, if you measure from here to where those houses are, that's typically a half of a block. Just across the street over here. So look at this home right here. This is actually a really interesting looking home. I've probably walked by this home many times and never noticed it. And that is because if most people, when they're on Ocean Parkway, they're going to be in these bike lanes and these walk lanes. So you tend to not be anywhere near the homes on either side of Ocean Parkway. Here's another intersection that has no walk or don't walk light. They have them over there where the bike lane is, but not over here. So there's no way to tell, you know, when, you know how when the light starts blinking, don't walk. You have no way of knowing when that light's going to change if you're not walking on that side. It looks like I picked the right side of Ocean Parkway because, you know, I'm looking at the other side and the homes on this side are much nicer. So another nice home here. These look like those mission style homes you'll see in California. They got kind of like a California feel to them. Here is Neck Road, Gravesend Neck Road. If you remember, we did the walk and I crossed right over here. You're coming up on Avenue V. What we'll do now is we'll get back into the walk lane. We'll keep alternating. We'll come out here and then go back in every couple of intersections, I guess. get a look at some of the homes on the other side. There are some nice homes on this side now, on this side, that are looking at. The homes have gotten nice. It's funny, now the homes have gotten nice on that side. You could probably spend 3 or 4 walks down here to try to get everything in. Now down here over by Avenue, I want to say Avenue T, we're coming up on Avenue U right now, but there is a section of the walkway that is shut down for construction. Avenue U, one of the more popular avenues in South Brooklyn. And we've walked along it a few times.
What are you asking for? That's why.
So I was saying earlier, we're about to get into March. Weather is starting to turn. You know, looking at like the long range forecast, it doesn't look like it's going to get really cold anymore for the rest of the year. I mean, there may be some freak occurrences between here and April, but for the most part, today's supposed to go up to 60. I believe it because I'm warm right now with the jacket on. And then tomorrow's also supposed to be 60. Tomorrow's going to be kind of stormy. It's supposed to be rainy tomorrow. A little bit of wind. Well, actually, they're saying the wind's supposed to be pretty gusty tomorrow. So but this will be our last walk in February. So this is how we'll close out February with a nice sunny, warm day. After all that snow I gave all of you, you know what's funny about all those snow walks we did, you know, about a month earlier I was talking about how it never snowed. And then it snowed like 3 times within a span of like a week. Well, I think we're done with snow this year. Unless we get one of those freak April snowstorms. Coming up on Avenue T, another avenue we've walked. So now we're crossing all the south side of Brooklyn avenues that we've been walking. You know, over the last few months, we were walking along some of these avenues, and now we're crossing them. Gotta wait for some traffic. Now that area right there that is closed, that could have been done in a week. I mean, it's been sitting like this for a while now. Who knows when they'll finish it? It looks like, for the most part, it is finished. The asphalt is done. It looks like the concrete is done. And I guess there's some last minute stuff they got to do before they open it up. Back to some nice homes. If Ocean Parkway was on a Monopoly game, I'm pretty sure they have like a New York, I think they have like a New York Monopoly game, but I'm pretty sure Ocean Parkway would be one of the hot areas to buy property up and put houses down on. One thing I've noticed, we've seen a lot of renovation jobs going on all these houses down here on Ocean Parkway. Avenue S. It looks like we're going to be getting back into the apartment building configurations now as we get closer to Kings Highway. This is another one of these situations I got to watch myself here. So the light's about to, there goes, changed. Avenue S. This was a road I told you we're going to be taking one day. We're going to wait till the spring. We're going to take it all the way down to Marine Park. Look at this right here. They have a lot of land here. There is a lot of land. Look at this. This looks like it's in its original state. For forever how long Ocean Parkway's been here, I would say that these trees have been, some of these taller trees have been around too. Looks like we got an undeveloped lot right here. I'm sure one day there'll be a nice big house here. And here we are, we're on Avenue R and Kings Highway right after that. This is where Kings Highway cuts through. And we're walking now 52 minutes. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap up the walk at Avenue, think about it here. Well, we'll walk a little further. We are gonna go past Kings Highway though, that's for sure. We're now passing Avenue R. Avenue R is a strange road. Look at this, like a driveway street. Avenue R is very odd. This is going to be a walk that we do. You'll see what I'm talking about. But I've mentioned in the past that at some points along Avenue R, there's like a boulevard in the middle that has all trees and grass. But this is where Avenue R begins, pretty much. And we got Kings Highway. For those of you who want to see some Kings Highway walks, we've done a few. One at night on Christmas Eve, I believe. I think we did one on Christmas Eve, or I think it was December 23rd, but we've done a few day walks. So you could just go and check out my library and just do a search for Kings Highway and you'll see. Now we're about to, I'll show you, this is a house. I don't even know if it's a house, but it's a very big building. I mean, this is a big building here, it's apartment, but you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. Look at this. I guess it's a synagogue? I don't know. I'm sure somebody will throw it in the description. Not in the description, the comment section.
Carry me out of there. Wow.
Coming up on Quinton Road. And we're going to end it on Avenue P, which is coming up soon. So I will start talking about March. March will be, we'll be doing some kicking it up a little bit as we get into the warm season. I had put a community post out on the page, and if you didn't see it, I'll remind people now. We got our festival walks coming up. So stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the festival walks we did last year, we'll be doing a lot more. So stay tuned for that. All right, we're coming up to another intersection. And this will be the last intersection we cross, because we are going to end the walk here at Avenue P. I want to thank everybody for coming along. We finally did at least some part of Ocean Parkway. There's a lot more Ocean Parkway after Avenue P. I think what we'll do is we'll save that for another walk, where we'll do a complete walk all the way down to the boardwalk from Prospect Park. We'll save that for the future, but this will be the last walk we do in February. And then we'll be right back in March with some walks. And you know, as we get into the warmer months, we'll start kicking it back up into high gear. We'll have everyone's favorite. We'll be doing a lot of rain walks, some storm chases in the city. And yeah, just stay tuned. Looks like we're gonna, well, I got interrupted. Looks like we're gonna be ending the walk at about 1 hour. So we did about 3.5 miles. I'm going by how fast I walk, so that's about 3.5 miles in an hour. I want to thank everybody for coming along, and stay tuned for more walks. Hope everyone has a great week, and see you all in March. Take care, everyone. Catch everyone on the next one.